Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Nate here from Nate Coolin' It, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about the story of how my mom caught me baked out of my mind. So before we get into that, let's hit this mint posh real quick. Ooh, that's smacking. Let's hydrate real quick too. Ooh, that water's banging too. Alright, but anyway, let's get right into it. So on this day, I had a cart, right? And how I got this cart was I was at work and my plug pulled up and, I bought it. Everything's good, whatever. And this was back during when COVID was in full effect. So I was not homeschooled, but online school, that's what it's called. So I had to do online schooling during that time. And for a fact, that was just a great excuse to be high 24/7. So I loved it. But anyway, so I got this cart. And, I hit it a couple times that day. Nothing really spectacular happens the day I got the cart. But the next day, though, let me tell you, some eventful shit went down. So, fast forward to the next day, it's a typical day of online schooling where you have to join meetings and whatnot. And, I got baked 24/7 during that. So, you already know I was baked during that time. But anyways, so I go through the whole day of online schooling. Nothing really spectacular happens. And it's about 3:30, maybe 3:45. And my mom gets home usually at around 4:15 from work, right? And I'm sitting there thinking, I bet you I could hit the cart and then maybe make my eyes look normal before she comes home. So I was like, fuck it, why not? And even though I've been smoking pretty much every day at this point, my tolerance, I don't know why, my tolerance is just naturally low. And it's pretty dope until it comes to trying to hide the fact that you're high. And honestly, it stayed the same probably up until like late 10th grade year, honestly. But anyways, so, I was thinking about hitting this cart and I was like, you know what? It's worth the risk. I don't want to have to deal with my mom sober, because honestly, at this point in my life, my mom was just, hey, I don't mean to hate on my mom, but honest to God, when she was quitting them cigarettes, my God, she was not the person to be around, let me tell you. But anyway, so I was like, fuck it, I'll hit the cart. And, one hit turns into two, and then two turns into about 15, right? So I'm sitting there baked out of my mind, and before I even have any chance to put in any eye drops or make myself appear normal in any way, my mom comes home, and I didn't notice this at the time, because I was just chilling in my room watching YouTube. God knows what the fuck I was watching. But anyways, my mom comes into my room, and it startles the shit out of me. So I look up, and she immediately calls me out on it. She's like, did you take something today? And me, I'm not going to admit that I took something, so I was like, no, Mom, I didn't take anything. And at this point, she didn't know I smoked. She only knew I did Nick at this time. But, so, fast forward a little bit later into the night, she left me alone after that, because I honestly don't even think she wanted to see me high. And I kind of feel bad for making her see me high, because, I don't think that's a fun thing for parents to see, even if it's just weed, it's still. But anyways, later in that night, she comes back into my room with a drug test, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And then when I see that drug test in her hand when she pops into my room, I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna straight up admit to it. So I was like, Ma, I smoke weed. And then she didn't really care, because she knew I was caught. I knew I was caught. So she didn't really get mad or anything, but she didn't really have much to say other than, I told you so, I knew you were high, blah, blah, blah. But, at this point, I was still trying to deny the fact that I was high. I admitted to smoking weed because I knew if I took that test, it would have came back positive. But, I was trying to play it off like, I only smoked once at a party. And I told my mom, like, nah, I don't smoke weed every day. It was just one time. I'm not high right now. And, my mom wanted to focus on the moment. She was I don't know if adequate, I don't know what the word is, but she was very firm on trying to get me to admit that I was high. And throughout that whole night, or throughout that whole evening, dude, I got more baked because, I was already caught, so fuck it, I'll just get more high. And, the end of the night comes, and she calls me into the living room, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm baked, let's do this. So I get into the living room, and she just gives me this huge lecture on not smoking pot and how it's gonna kill your brain cells, make you become lazy, this, that, and the third. All this just crazy shit. And, that's really how it ended. She didn't really do much about it. But after that, I actually found her weed stash, so that makes her a bit of a hypocrite. But you know what? Maybe that's for another story. But thank y'all for listening to this one. And if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay baked.